Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, a man found dead in Buffalo.
And find out why a key bank employee is in trouble with the law.
Plus, how Mahar Hall's closing is affecting students.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Michelle Smith.
And I'm Logan Russo.
SUNY Oswego students are disappointed with the fences put up around the Hewitt Quad.
WTOP-10 reporter Dom Ciccarelli has more.
Mahar Hall shut down, ready for renovations. The quad inaccessible, and a student body who is increasingly upset at these changes.
Personally, I don't like the fence.
Get there, and it's ugly too. It doesn't look nice. They put the green stuff up. I don't like that, to be honest.
It's no secret that SUNY Oswego is doing some renovations on Mahar Hall and the quad behind me, with this giant fence they put up here. But for some students, the fence is not only an eyesore, but it's actually affecting their ability to get to classes on time due to having to go around the entire structure instead of cutting through the quad like they used to do.
Well, I mean, I get about 15 to 20 minutes in between classes, and some classes are about 15 to 20 minutes apart. And so with an added delay, I'm automatically late to class.
Some students have taken to cutting through the snow and making pathways of their own, climbing snowbanks or following the trails left behind by others.
I didn't know that it was closed off, and then I had to walk through a lot of snow in that time. It was like 2 feet of snow, and I had to thug it out.
The renovations to Mahar Hall and to the quad are set to take at least 3 more years before being complete. Now, things might change around campus, but that does mean that to the dismay of many students, the fence might not be going anywhere for quite some time. For WTOP-10, I'm Dominic Ciccarelli.
Renovations of Mahar Hall are expected to be finished by 2029.
Now an update on Johnson Hall. The building will remain closed for the rest of the academic year and possibly longer.
Eddie McAlpine brings us an update on the fungus-filled residence hall.
We will continue to update you as we learn more about the mold removal process.
2 of SUNY Oswego's registered fraternities entered interim suspension this week. One of which, Psi Gamma, recently came back to Oswego after a period of not being registered with the school.
Psi Gamma is also one of the oldest frats at the school, being founded in 1925. Sigma Tau Chi was the other fraternity that entered interim suspension. Currently, the school has not said reasons for why either has been suspended.
An Oswego County landlord was charged with 4th-degree stalking charges after sexual misconduct with his tenants. The landlord, Douglas Waterbury, is now being charged with 4th-degree stalking for watching a woman from his window and following the woman to her car. Waterbury has settled 2 lawsuits with the U.S. Justice Department and CNY Fair Housing that accused him of coercing tenants to have sex with him. The lawsuits outline decades of coercion and inappropriate touching from Waterbury, as well as threats of homelessness.
Former President Joe Biden will be paying a visit to the city of Syracuse this spring. Biden, a Syracuse University alum, will be at his alma mater for a portrait unveiling this April, according to the invitation sent out to special guests. This ceremony is invite-only. Biden had last visited Syracuse in 2024 for the announcement of the Micron plant in Clay.
A Key Bank employee has been arrested for stealing money from a man who died in 2023. Stephen Rock used his employee privileges at Key Bank Brunswick to access the deceased individual's account and print counter checks. Rock forged a check made out to a friend for the amount remaining in the account. Rock stole more than $15,000 from the deceased and has been charged with grand larceny and identity theft, among other crimes.
SUNY Oswego will be adding the flag of the Dominican Republic to their flags of nations tomorrow. The flags of nations located in the hallway of Marano Campus Center near the Al Roker Studio represents the international and indigenous connections of the SUNY Oswego community. The flag of the Dominican Republic will be raised tomorrow at 5 p.m. with a ceremony in the MCC Auditorium, room 132.
2 winning Take 5 lottery tickets were sold from Liverpool Food Market this week. Each ticket is worth close to $8,000. Both tickets were sold for the 2:30 midday drawing. 5 winning numbers are pulled from a field of 1 to 39. The odds of 2 winning tickets being sold from the same store for the same drawing are about 1 in 575,000. Coming up, we have Chris Convis over in weather. Let's toss it over to Chris.
Thanks, guys. What a beautiful day it was. The sun finally came out. We had a break of sunshine. Taking a look at the current conditions here all across the Northeast. We have clear skies, calm conditions. We do have a snowy conditions over the Great Lakes that will be affecting us this upcoming weekend. But continuing on with the snow, I thought, hey, let's do a song of the day. I got Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me by Elton John. Great tune. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Christopher.
WTOP-10 had a historic broadcast this past Saturday night.
Jenna Van Tom has more on what made this stream so important for the media organization.
Thanks, guys. The women of WTOP-10 took over this weekend for our annual all-women's broadcast. I went behind the scenes to showcase all the hard work that went into this amazing day. WTOP-10 held its 3rd annual all-women's broadcast on Saturday, highlighting women in sports. Every role for the broadcast was filled by a woman, a part of the club, with each and every one of them putting their heart and soul into this broadcast. Co-producer Michelle Smith talked about why it's important to highlight women in sports.
We at WTOP-10, we have so many extraordinary women and so many women who are interested in sports, but they may be a little nervous to kind of dip their feet in the water at first. And that is because a lot of our sports productions are pretty male dominated. So to give these women an opportunity to put themselves out there and get on air and talk about a sport that they're passionate about or maybe that they're new to and wanting to get to know because it's the culture on our campus is really awesome.
This year was the first doubleheader where both the women's and men's hockey games were covered by an all-women's crew. Tilly Pethrick and Fiona Sirens, who both play for the women's hockey team, went straight from their win against William Smith to do play-by-play and color commentating for the men's win against Buffalo State. WTOP-10 hopes to continue this tradition of an all-women's broadcast to highlight the amazing women in our club. You can go to the WTOP-10 website or YouTube to watch both broadcasts from this Saturday. That's all from me. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jenna. SUNY Oswego celebrated the launch of Oswego Direct with an event at Hewitt Hall today. Oswego Direct is a program designed to remove the common barriers in the college admissions process. The initiative is focused towards students in Central New York who may feel stressed about the admissions process. The event today helped connect local students to admissions, financial aid, and housing staff while giving them tours of campus.
The backside of the U.S. Mint's 2026 Sacagawea coin will feature a member of the Oneida tribe. Polly Cooper is known for helping George Washington's Continental Army during the Revolutionary War. Cooper's imprint on the coin will recognize her role in a relief expedition in what is now Central New York to supply goods and supplies to Valley Forge. Cooper's coin is the latest release in the Native American $1 coin program to commemorate individual Native Americans and tribes.
A Niagara University hockey player has been identified as the victim of a fatal crash in Niagara Falls. 22-year-old Bradley Birdie Burden was killed when his car crashed into a light pole, fence, and Burden was ejected. Fellow student Rose Kaminsky was also injured but later released. According to police, snow, speed, and inadequate tires, all appeared to be factors in the crash.
A nearly blind refugee from Myanmar was found dead in Buffalo 5 days after being released in custody of U.S. Border Patrol. 56-year-old Nurul Amin Shah Alam has been missing since the 19th. Shah Alam was released into Border Patrol custody from the Erie County Holding Center after a hearing regarding 2 misdemeanor charges. 5 days later, Buffalo police responded to a report of a body near KeyBank Center, about 4 miles from where Border Patrol left Shah Alam. Border Patrol described the drop-off as a courtesy ride, and the cause of death has officially been ruled as health-related. Coming up, find out how officers are dealing with a snowball fight turned violent.
And after the break, I'll have my full weather forecast. Stay tuned.
welcome back to the DK experience. Go back to your job.
Every NFL fan I've played for the last 15 games, they beat.
Writing a letter to the NFL fan? Get out of here with that.
Let me finish. No,
finish.
Stop.
Johnny Manziel, that guy, he's a loser.
No, that's.
Oh.
Watch the DK experience.
Is there anything interesting happening in here? Joe, is there anything interesting happening in here?
Yes, there is some interesting stuff tonight. We're doing our weather outside.
Oh, okay.
Our
I
quick
don't care.
weather.
Never mind.
Right. Let's see how shiny it is.
Welcome back to WTOP. I'm meteorologist Christopher Convis with your full weather report. Current conditions right now, we have 15 degrees with a southwest winds of 3 miles per hour. And going on with our temperatures from today, we reached a high of 28, which on average, we're at a 36, and a low of 17, which was below our average for us, but nowhere as close 57 degrees that we reached in 2000. I'm glad we didn't hit that. I still want to enjoy this winter weather. It's not March yet, not until Sunday. But as we look into our 6-a-day temperature forecast, way above normal temperatures all across the 48 states here. We might be getting our first taste of spring these first 2 weeks of March. And as you saw last night, our Oswego men's hockey beat Buffalo State last night. We'll have more in our sports report, but they'll be playing against Skidmore College this Saturday at 7 p.m. Temperatures will be in the low 20s with a chance of snow showers, so bring your coat for the game. For our futurecast, starting tonight for tomorrow morning, cloudy conditions possibly. We're going to be around 25 degrees. Going on, we're going to have some patchy sun, clouds in a mix, with clouds returning back for your Friday night outings at 35 degrees. For those, we're going to have a chance of some rain showers early Saturday morning. Nothing too effective for us, but hey, there's going to be possible for some snow showers up in the Adirondack region though. Continuing on, the clouds will go away and we'll have some sunny skies for your Saturday before the game. So tonight, we're going to have 16 degrees, calm winds, partly cloudy skies, but tomorrow, sunny, 40 degrees, southwest winds of 6 miles per hour. And as we go on to our 7-day forecast, for your Sunday, we're going to have that chance of some snow showers. Monday, we're going to have a drastically drop in temperatures, 9 degrees for your start of next week. But you're going to have the continuing conditions of some sunny skies, partly cloudy skies intermix. But we're going to see out here for the end of your next week, 40 degrees we possibly might reach with a chance of rain showers. Might be melting away some of the snow that we have here. You know, I'm not too happy about that, but you know, I know there's a majority of the people here on campus that are wanting to be done with this weather. That's all it for my full forecast. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Christopher. A new aquarium is coming to Syracuse. WTOP-10 reporter Aurora Fitzgerald has an update on when the aquarium is opening.
Syracuse for quite some time. A brand new $85 million project for an aquarium was approved in August of 2022 and is ready to make a splash in the community later this summer. County Legislature Ryan McMahon has played a key role in the construction and contribution to the project.
We've been at this for a little while. This was money that was actually procured in 2021. If you think about that, that was 5 years ago.
It's all hands on deck with the upcoming debut. Social media accounts are made and even a website with a job posting piquing viewers' curiosity.
There's people here now that will fill those positions, but also for the high schools and the universities to now look at some of the degrees that help create a talent pipeline into these jobs.
It's as clear as a tropical ocean for why their website and social media is helpful.
Well, you're going to continue to get cool updates.
McMahon is making sure the community will be able to have an interactive experience. You might even be able to make a little friend.
Interactive exhibits are really important, and the kids love the stingrays. The kids are going to get what they love.
Although it's been a tough winter, that hasn't stopped the project.
It's coming to reality and to fruition, and we look forward to opening the doors in August so that the community can see what their aquarium looks like.
Aurora Fitzgerald, WTOP-10.
This collaboration with the Zoo Oceanarium Group has been in the making for years. With opening day getting closer, they are looking for experienced and passionate people to join their team. For more information and a sneak peek at what the aquarium has to offer, visit zooceanarium.com.
Fulton is up in the ante on its city beautification. In celebration of their 10th anniversary, the Fulton Block Builders have announced their special neighborhood grant. This grant will go to any past recipient groups. The grant will give anywhere to near $1,000 to $10,000. Recipients can propose a city enhancement to receive a grant.
The Fulton Public Library has received a $10,000 gift from the Carnegie Corporation of New York. The award is part of Carnegie Library's 250 celebration, celebrating the upcoming 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The initiative honors the roughly 103,000 Carnegie libraries still active in the U.S. The Fulton Library opened in 1906 and is one of 107 Carnegie libraries in New York State built throughout Carnegie's program.
A manhunt is officially underway for the suspect who supposedly committed arson across the states of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. New York City Police Department and a bomb squad surrounded a U-Haul truck that was believed to be associated with the crimes. When officials arrived, no one was in the U-Haul and the driver is still being searched for. It is currently unknown if anyone was hurt.
A female Columbia University student detained by Homeland Security this morning has been released. The senior, Ellie Agaiva was detained after ICE agents reportedly falsely identified themselves to enter a residential building at Columbia. According to Columbia's acting president, Agaiva's student visa was terminated in 2016 under the Obama administration for failing to attend classes. The Department of Homeland Security confirmed the student's arrest, but did not respond to allegations that agents misrepresented themselves to gain access to the building.
Ex-film producer Harvey Weinstein is bringing a new player to his legal defense. Weinstein has recruited Jacob Kaplan to his defense. Kaplan is also known for his involvement in the defense of Luigi Mangione and Sean P. Diddy Combs. Weinstein is facing his second retrial on a rape charge. He also faces a separate rape conviction in California.
Members of Utica University's Chi Beta Sigma are braving the recent cold and camping out on campus to support cancer research. The goal of the sorority's Deep Freeze fundraiser is to raise $6,000 for the American Cancer Society. According to participating members, as of this morning, the fundraiser is halfway to its goal.
New York City police have detained an individual in connection to a snowball fight that involved NYPD officers. What started as a fun snow day activity at Washington Square Park turned violent after officers were pelted with snowballs. Police had released photos of two individuals who were tied in the incident. The person arrested was a 27-year-old man. Officers say that the man was just recently arrested in another incident involving attempted robbery.
A Long Island man garnered the support of Governor Kathy Hochul after the DMV insisted he destroy his custom license plate. Seth Bykowski's license plate reads PB4 We Go, a cheeky reminder to travelers on the road. When the DMV deemed the license plate objectionable, Bykowski took to social media and called on state officials to reconsider. Governor Hochul intervened on Bykowski's behalf and apologized to him personally for the inconvenience. Bykowski will be able to keep the plate and continue spreading joy through Long Island traffic. Coming up, what national day is being celebrated today?
Plus, I'll be with you recapping the big Lakers win last night and the rest of your full sports coverage. You're watching the Nightly News on WTOP-10.
I saw bread, and I want some bread.
I feel like the amount of work that we get here is very different than a community college. So at my last school, we had at least an essay a week that was due for any given class.
Yeah. Also make you really feeling because you start in the fall, where it's kind of like, well, you still get sport.
If it's hockey,
It's what they score!
it's on Hockey Talk. Join Rob Finger and his panel of guests.
Their behavior against easy teams, how do you lose to the Bruins twice?
As they take you through the hockey world.
We welcome you with open arms.
Tune into Hockey Talk, Mondays at 9:30 after East Coast hockey games. Only on WTOP.
Oh boy!
Come across.
Good evening and welcome to Jeopardy! I am your host, Joe.
Hello, Simon.
Joe is at this place. And I'm very concerned to see what Piper's answer is here. Sorry, it's a 98-page rule book.
You guys are stumped still?
Joe, I'm going to sound like a little snob here. It was not founded by Ray Kroc.
Good evening and welcome to your WTOP-10 Sports Report. I am Luke Belanger. The Oswego State men's hockey team secured a big win in their SUNYAC tournament home opener last night. With that being said, the all SUNYAC teams for hockey were announced today and 4 Lakers were honored. Michael Manzi was on the all-rookie team as he started 17 games this season and held a 2.16 GAA. Tommy Bannister was named to the 3rd team. In his first season with the Lakers, he tallied 7 goals and 14 assists on the year. Captain Matt McQuaid was named to the All-SUNYAC 2nd team. McQuaid had 24 points in 25 games and was also top 10 in faceoff percentage in the SUNYAC. And finally, Travis Baker was named to the All-SUNYAC 1st team as he recorded 17 assists on the year, which was good for 2nd in the SUNYAC. There has been a schedule change for this weekend's Laker lacrosse doubleheader at Clarkson University. The women will now play at 11 a.m. and the men will play at 4 p.m. Both teams have started their season super strong as the men and the women both sit at 1-0. The women had a demolishing win over SUNY Poly with a 21-0 victory. On the other hand, the men also handled business on Saturday as they won 21-10 against Hartwick College. Lacrosse season is in full swing and the Lakers have never looked better. The SUNYAC tournament for the women's hockey is ramping up. The bracket looks extremely interesting with just a couple great matchups here. We see Cortland over Potsdam 4-1. Cortland being the 3 seed, Potsdam being the 6 seed, and then William Smith and Canton. William Smith took care of Canton, the 4 seed over the 5 seed Canton. And that sets up a matchup, Cortland coming to the Deb on Saturday, 3 p.m. start time for that game. We see Cortland coming in. They've been great all season. Oswego's going to have a tough matchup for sure. And then William Smith is going to head to the North Country to face off against Plattsburgh. Winner of those two. Now, if Plattsburgh does win, they're the 1 seed. They're going to go on to the SUNYAC championship. And either one of these teams, Cortland or Oswego, win, they'll head to Plattsburgh. Now, if William Smith beats Plattsburgh, then Cortland or Oswego will host no matter the winner. Oswego wins against Cortland, William Smith wins against Plattsburgh, it'll be in the Deb. So a lot of complications here. It's going to be a great SUNYAC playoff. I can't wait for it. Now heading over to some pro sports news, the Cavs are rolling, but I have my speculation on the matter with the addition of James Harden. The Cavs look incredible as they have gone 7-1 in games where James Harden has played in the month of February. James Harden didn't play last night and the Cavs struggled against Milwaukee. James Harden, obviously a good piece, but he turns 37 in August, is a liability on defense, and his on and off the court numbers have never been good post his Houston run. Kenny Atkinson, in a press conference after last night's game, said that they were missing a competitive edge with James Harden. I just don't see it that way. And again, I don't think an aging James Harden is going to push the Cavs over the edge to win an NBA championship. The Cavs return to action tomorrow as they walk into Detroit to face off against the premier team in the East, Cade Cunningham and the Detroit Pistons. Taking a look here, you got Pistons here. Nets going to be easier matchup, but then the Pistons again. So 3 really tough matchups for the Cavs. It's going to be a big, big tell to the identity for the rest of the season. Now, Buffalo State came to Oswego last night. Let's take a look at some of the goals. First period, Lakers trying to score. Cameron Simons off the rebound opens up the scoring. 1-0 Oswego. Buff State going to come back the other way. looking to put an equalizer in this one. We're going to have a party at the goal. Oh my gosh, we have someone falling over. Buff State, Aaron Anrande on the goal. We sit 1-1. Second period, Matt McQuaid through traffic and he scores. Lakers up 2-1. Big shot to give the Lakers the lead. 2 minutes later, Colin Vassilo gonna get another goal for Oswego. Really impressive by Colin Vassilo. He's been great all season for the Lakers. 3-1 Oswego. It's all Oswego. Third period, looking for insurance are the Lakers. Jesse Horacek around the net. He's going to find Ryan Burke. What a pass and what a finish. They would go on to win 5-1 after a late goal. Here's the one by Burke again. And then that's 4-1. We'll take a look at the 5-1 goal, the one that put it all away. Here it is right here. We're coming around the edge and another great shot there. Oswego all around the goal. And we'll finally get that one to go through. Perfect slap shot there. They would go on to win 5-1 after that goal. All Lakers last night against the Bengals. Lakers will face off against Skidmore at 7 p.m. on Saturday. Going to be a great one in the Deb. Make sure you are there.
Coming up, we'll discuss what national day it is. Stick around.
I'm scared of Joe with a bat.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me show you because your team is a Philly. You don't know how to score, right?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Just like that.
That's actually. Let me show you the Bronx Bomber way of doing it. Ready? Ready? I swear to God. Oh my Everyone. God. All right, put the bat down. All right, the number's like. Sorry, John. You're right. Sorry. Yeah.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris.
That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts.
It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No. Spin the wheel. Oh, you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to...
If only we had someone who could tell us what we should and shouldn't watch.
Well, do we have a show for you? Who are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
On Be Kind and Rewind, we will go through and review all your favorite movie franchises.
And tell you which ones you should and shouldn't watch from the perspective of normal movie fans. Well, be sure to check out Be Kind and Rewind on WTOP-10.
Welcome back. Today is National Pistachio Day.
Pistachios have recently been the core ingredient in the popular Dubai chocolate trend.
Pistachios have been in the United States since the 1880s, but have been in the Middle East since biblical times.
Parts of Iran having pistachio trends almost 700 years old.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for Late Night with LeBones.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everyone.